Hello everyone, welcome back to Full Stack Task Management project using React.js and Spring Boot with microservice architecture. So guys, since now we have completed our user service, task service and submission service. And also in the previous video, we have built Eureka server as well for our microservice project. But there is one problem. If I want to access the user service, then I need to use localhost of localhost 5001. Okay, with that I can access user service. And if I want to access task service, then I need to use localhost 5002. Okay, and also same for task submissions. I need to access 5003 for that. You can see we have three different port in our applications. That means if I want to integrate my backend with the front end, then that time I need to use this three different port. Okay, for user service I need to use this, for task service I need to use this, and for submission service I need to use this. But I don't want that. I want that I'm able to access all these services with single endpoint. That means if I run my backend, if I access this URL, using this URL I can access all these services. So I want that kind of behavior in my application. With this endpoint I'm able to access user service as well, task service as well, and submission service as well. So for that we need to build a gateway for our microservices. Okay, so let's go to Spring Initializer and first initialize our project for gateway and then start. All right, so let's start. So in Spring Initializer, first let me give here, choose here Maven, and let's choose the Spring Boot version. Instead of example, let me give here Josh, and here I will give gateway, name also will be gateway, and gateway for task task management service. Package name will be Josh only. All right, and let's add some dependencies. So guys, first dependency we need is cloud gateway because for implementing gateway for our microservices we are going to use a Spring Cloud Gateway. So let me search for cloud gateway, only Spring Cloud routing, you can say. Provide a simple effective way to route API service based application, provide getting consent to those APIs such as security, monitoring metrics and resiliency. All right, so this Spring Cloud routing, guys, we are going to use this gateway. All right, and one more thing, guys, we need to Eureka discovery client as well, because we need to register this API gateway with Eureka server. That's why let's choose Eureka discovery client. All right, and now let's generate the project, and let's save it. Let's go to here, let's open it. Let's unzip this extract all. Now let me go inside this, cut it down and put here. And now let me delete this because I don't want it. And yeah, let's go to now our IntelliJ IDEA, and let me close this all. And here you can see we have gateway. All right, so but here if I check, I don't have that project. So let me add this project, Maven project here. So let me choose gateway and okay. So it's loading and it's done. Now I guess still it's not a come. All configuration gateway. All right, let me start it. And let me maximize little bit it. Oh, what happened? Okay. Alright, so it says cannot execute request on any unknown server. Okay, no problem. Let me close all this. Close all the tabs. Okay, and let's go to src main. Don't want to refactor it. Why it's looking this? Actually not the server, inside gateway src main, then resources. First let's refactor it. Not new, refactor from properties to YAML file. YAML. Okay, and let's give the server port. So as I told you, our gateway port will be 5000, and let's give the name Spring application name will be gateway server. Gateway service. I guess like this. Okay, gateway service. Or one more thing guys, we need to provide Eureka configuration. Like we need to give it go to this configuration and connect yourself with the Eureka server. So that kind of configuration we need to provide here, like which Eureka server you need to register yourself. So for that, as you all are know that in the previous video we have implemented this for user service, task service and submission service. So let me go to src main resources application.yaml file, and this configuration I'm gonna copy from here and I will paste it over here. Alright, so I have explained each and every line in the previous video guys, so I'm not gonna do it again. And let me make some base here, and now let's rerun it once. Why? Okay, it's taking some time, so let it be. Let's give it some time. Yeah, I guess now it's ready, and let's go to browser and access our Eureka server. Our Eureka server is running on 8070. And here guys you can see we have gateway service as well with the 5000 port. Alright, so our all the services are registered with server. Now let's define the configuration, like or maybe you can say that routes. Let's define a route. Okay, so with this route we will tell our application that if you encountered this endpoint, then you need to go to user service and find that endpoint, and if you encounter that, then you need to go to task service and find that endpoint. Okay, so there's this kind of thing we are going to do here. Let me go here, cloud gateway, then routes, id user service okay. So guys, you can see here we have provided user service first. So first we are gonna set up route for our user service. Now our here we need to provide URI. So load balancing user. So guys, as you know that we have registered all our services with the Eureka server. That's why we don't need to provide here localhost URL. Instead of, we can use this service name directly. So let's go to here, and you can see here we have application name. Okay, so this name we can directly use instead of using this port or localhost URL. Directly we can use this name. Okay, so that's the beauty of Eureka server. Now here we need to provide predicts. So inside predicts, let me write here path and tell if auth slash auth and slash star star. So if you encountered any slash auth endpoint, then you need to go to user service and find that endpoint for the user. Okay, and also if you encountered any endpoint with users keyword, okay, then also go to user service and find that. Also we need to provide one more, like if you encountered any endpoint with API users, then also you need to go to user service. And also if you encountered nothing, then also go to user service and find that endpoint. Okay, so yeah guys, our user service is now ready. So this kind of configuration we need to provide for all, like task service and submission service as well. So let me paste control set, paste it over here. Now instead of user service, let me give here task service, and here also I need to give task service and inside predicts auth. Instead of auth, what I'm gonna do here, if you encountered any endpoint with API tasks, then go to here, also if you encountered with any endpoint tasks slash star star, and remove this predicts. Okay, that's it for task service. Now let's copy this and write for a submission service. Okay, inside the load balancing also I need to give submission service. So let me copy this, provide it here, submission service, and here we need to provide endpoints. If you encountered API, then API and submissions, then go to submission service and find that endpoint. All right. Also guys, inside that we need to provide course configuration. Okay, so for that what I'm gonna do is, let me go to here, let me go to cloud service, and here let's copy all this three. It will come inside the route, I guess. So let me minimize it. Yeah, this is route, and let's provide it. Okay guys, so these credentials, these configurations are for course configuration, so that when we try to access this endpoint from browser, that time it won't give us a course error. That's why we have provide this configuration, default filters, and course allow credential and allow control origins. Then inside the global course configuration, we have given star means all the front end URL can access this, and allow origin star, allow method, all this method and all the headers. All right, so that's it. Now let's refresh this, stop and running. Why it's giving us error? Let's check what is the error I have counted. Route function mapping. Okay, gateway combo route function, creating bin with name, scope target gateway route function holder instance. No, instances of supplied bin failed. Why it's failed? Okay, let me check it once. Spring Cloud gateway, and we don't need this. Wait, we don't need this MVC. So inside this MVC gateway, we have routes, or let me cut it down once, guys. Now cloud, Spring Cloud gateway, then we have MVC route. Why do you don't have routes directly? MVC route map. I guess I have made mistake with dependency. Let me check. Spring Cloud, not this one. Spring Cloud Starter Gateway MVC. Okay, so we don't need this MVC, we need only Spring Cloud Starter Gateway. That's why it's giving us error, and I hope now it will be fine. Okay, and let's reload it. Let's go to task service, not gateways application. Alright guys, so remember one thing, instead of using inside gateway cloud, instead of using gateway MVC, we need only Spring Cloud Starter Gateway, not MVC. All right, now you can see our error is gone. Now we have route here, routes. Okay, and inside that route I will paste all the thing which I have so let's routes, control sets. Okay, let's bring this route here. Let's paste it over here. All right, I guess now it's fine. Also global course, why it's yelling on us? Okay, now it's done. Now let's rerun it once again and check it's running or not. Yeah, it's running fine. Let's go to here. It is also working fine. Let's go to once more here and reload all our projects. Okay, it will reload all our projects. Let's close it, and now it's time, guys, to open our Postman and check that our gateway is working or not with one common endpoint. So let's check if we can able to access our user service, task service and submission service with one common endpoint, and that is nothing but 5000. So let's open a task management project microservice, and guys, here if you can see I have trading platform one folder. Inside this, wallet service, user service, portfolio service, order service, stock service, notification service. So this project is in progress. Soon it will come. Okay, so yeah, be ready for that as well. With the microservice architecture, trading platform like stock market and grow just like that. All right, now let's go to here, task server, actually user service. Okay, and inside sign up, now instead of 1, let's use 0 and check if we can able to log in or not. So let me give here Josh 1 and send this request, and see guys, I'm able to get the token. That means our 5000 port of our gateway is working successfully fine. Now guys, for login as well, we don't need to use 01. We can log in with this port directly, and let's go to sign up. Let's copy this. Let's go to environment, global environment. Here provide this, save. Let's go to collection. Let's go to user profile, and instead of 01, let's check 5000, and see I have get the user details successfully. So okay, our user service is working fine, but is our task service also working fine? Let's check. So let's create one task, create burger website. Okay, let's give this data as well as it is, and let's try. But instead of 2, here we need to give 0, 5000 API and task. Let's create, and as you can see, our task is created also successfully. All right guys, now let's check for the submission as well. So let's get all the submissions, and with 5000. Oh, it's bad request, required authorization header. Let's give it bearer token, and see I'm able to get all the submissions of task with 5000 endpoint. Alright guys, so as you can see, our cloud is working fine, and that's it for this video guys. Now from the next video we are going to start our front end. First we are going to build the front end for our project, then we'll integrate this API with our front end, means microservice server with our front end. Alright, so yeah guys, let's meet in the next video here.